All right, so we got the engine in. I already removed the fuel tank, which will have to be cut it from here to there, about 3.5 inches to go down. So we're gonna lose probably, I don't know, maybe a gallon, maybe less. I don't know. Whatever it have to be, it will be. The engine is in the position, and let me just show you quickly. Let me just get the light on. This is the drive shaft, how it stays. And bear in mind, this is obviously with the car hanging on the ramp, so the wheel is completely down, and this looks like a standard car once you leave them on the ramp. And when this is going to be on the normal height with the car on the ground, that is going to be nearly straight. And if you look from underneath, it's looking pretty much straight to the gearbox. The angle is very minimalistic, like I said, 5 degrees, not even more. So I know some of the cars, even standard, they have much more angle. So I'm really happy with this. There's no stress through the CV joints due to excessive amount of angle through them. Boots, they're gonna survive, not like this. You can see they completely destroyed. Actually, this is sitting too high, you see, because I just put one bolt just to put it in place. That's how it's gonna stay. So even less angle. But this is just, I just put it on. Fucking grease everywhere. I just put it on just to, make sure and see everything how it is. That is the section I chopped off. There's no fuel tank, as you can see. And you can also see that how clean that thing is inside. I was expecting to see rotten pieces and everything, but it's actually not. It's very nice and clean. Incredible. I wish they do the cars like they used to do back in the days, However, back to us. There is a space for everything. Engine sits in a sweet spot. Let me just go and then if I show you there you go. Plenty of space here between the gearbox and that beam. We can actually go forward a little bit, but I'm planning to do some more because you got 2 bolts there, threads, and I can probably do like an additional bushing from and put it on to stop the gearbox going up and down in acceleration. Because let me just get out from here. So, and this is the space we have. Do you remember I made that video, the last video I made about this? I said it would be nice to have, so let me put the light down. It would be nice to go nuts on this and put the Beamer turbo, bigger injector nozzles, exhaust manifold, blah blah, and see quite over 300 brakes on this. And the torque figures, they're mad, this will probably be quicker than the 330 diesel remapped, which is nuts because they weigh absolutely nothing. I mean, this thing is very quick as it is now, and so you absolutely don't need that kind of power, but it will put a massive smile on your face. I mean, you're traveling with the Volkswagen T2 camper van, pop up and all that stuff, and knowing you have, I don't know what they make, 550, nearly 600 Nm of torque and over 300 brakes. Come on, how would you not like that? And so I made a video the last time I spoke to you. I sent it to Nick, and I just had a phone call saying, how much? So what do you mean? How much will it be to have over 300 brakes? So we had a quick discussion about it, but it seems like Nick is liking the idea. I just have to price him for everything, but it seems like he wants everything done proper. So proper exhaust manifold, probably on the BMW Turbo, because I think it's a good option because it will give you over 300 brakes, and you can find it fairly cheap on eBay. If you have to rebuild one, it's about 100 quid now, the internal cartridge. So I think it's a good solution because a dedicated hybrid turbo from them is like 3-4 times the money, and you have the same result or slightly even less. So you can go 250 with a hybrid turbo, 330 or something like near that with the Beamer turbo, which is much cheaper, and I think even more reliable because it's slightly bigger. So why not? So I think I'm gonna build a nice exhaust manifold, and we're gonna put a turbo a bit more on this side, just a bit more forward. We actually gonna build equal flow plenum as well, because you say, well, if you do it, just fucking do it right, do it proper. no half measurements, which I like it. And the intercooler we had, our intercooler was there. I showed you in the previous video. It was very close to the turbo. It was there, not much space. It wasn't really doing the job. It was okay, you know, we just normal rim up. Not ideal, but all right, you know, that's what we have available. This is the space what we got. Let's not go crazy about it, and that's what we used. In this case, with this sort of power, with this big turbo and exhaust manifold, etc., it's not going to do the job. Absolutely not. So I'm thinking we may go and use a charge cooler, a nice system, a nice charge cooler, because I think I have a space to put the radiator for it, pump and all the stuff, and obviously they don't take much space. They actually take much less space than the normal air-to-air intercooler. So I think that's what we're going to do. Also, because all of this is going to disappear, like I said in the previous video, we have to change the bracket. The alternator is going to be slightly lower, so all of this is going to be gone. All this space is available. So I may actually go with the charge cooler on this side, and keeping this side, which is the hot side, because you got the exhaust manifold and the turbo, completely free. You know, all you're going to have is the air filter, which I think I'm going to put right there. You can see it probably. It would be good to put some kind of air scoop on the side of the body, which I wasn't keen of touching the body because I wanted to keep it all kind of stealth, you know, you see nothing. But, you know, if you put something stupid like a chubby, you know, air scoop, people might think, you know, some kid just put, you know, just make it look go faster. I don't know, something like this. We can work something out. And the charge cooler on this side, because this side obviously is going to be much cooler. Again, the charge cooler, you obviously exchange the heat from water to water, so it doesn't really matter. But again, if you keep the external of the cage cooler instead of hotter, that's a positive side of it, so why not? But I have to work it out. When I'm going to build the inner plenum, probably, because obviously with the turbo it's not going to be here, because it's behind the engine, it's going to be much more further forward. I can do the turbo outlet, bit of the angle, and it goes here maybe. And I can go towards this way, all around, into the charge cooler, and come back, pretty short way, just from there, come back and straight into equal flow plenum, which we're going to, obviously we're going to rebuild completely. It's going to face in this way. I think that's a good idea. And it is possible only because we move the engine so much forward, nearly 4 inches, we gain all this space. So I got plenty of space to put the boost pipes here before getting dangerously close to the radiator. So happy days. That phone call today actually gets me excited, because this can actually be much cooler than it already was. First of all, it's going to be much more reliable because no more CV joints breaking and bolts snapping and throwing grease everywhere. Now, because they're going to be nearly completely straight, or as straight as on any other car, original car, then we can put down all the power we want, you know. So where's the space? Because it's going to be good. And next week I'm going to work on this till it's finished. So I want to finish this car as soon as possible. So we're going to have to make a decision. I have to make I'm going to have to find all the bits from the parts, order some stuff. I'm probably going to order stuff from Dark Side Development. I don't know if you know these guys. They grow up the business fairly good. They specialize in diesels, 1.9s, and some of the Beamers I've seen, but mainly 1.9s, I think. You can get all the exhaust flanges, turbo flanges, and all the stuff. Big injector nozzles, big injectors, hybrid turbos. You got everything, you know, engine parts, pistons, cams. It would be nice to put a cam on this as well. Cam? Why not? I think I'm gonna have a nice conversation today with Nick in this afternoon. So yeah, I'm gonna gather all the bits and yeah, let's build this thing.